right now at 11.
A family pleads for answers as police release new details in a deadly shooting outside a Richmond nightclub.
Tonight, members of the KKK respond after part of my Hayden, Virginia investigation becomes part of the presidential campaign. Why they say they're setting the record straight.
The legal drama surrounding this controversial arrest isn't over yet. The latest on what happened in a Virginia courtroom today are moments away.
On your side, NBC 12 News at 11 starts with breaking news.
That breaking news is out of Richmond, where police confirm a pedestrian was hit and killed on Forest Hill Avenue, just across from the Martin's Shopping Center. We just got off the phone with investigators who tell us just after 9:15, a car heading towards the city hit the person and the driver stayed at the scene. Officers are not releasing many details right now about the victim, and they ask that you try to avoid the area for the next 2 hours.
And now to the race for the White House. You may have noticed a portion of my Hayden, Virginia investigation ended up in a Hillary Clinton campaign ad this week.
The leaders of a Virginia Ku Klux Klan group declared back in May Donald Trump would be the best candidate for the job.
Tonight, the Grand Dragon claims he wants to set the record straight as this local story gets national attention.
Donald Trump would be best for the job.
For president.
Yeah.
A portion of our Hayden, Virginia investigation now taking center stage in the race for the White House.
The reason a lot of Klan members like Donald Trump is because a lot of what he believes, we believe in.
And so the Grand Dragon, who stood by the Imperial Wizard for the Rebel Brigade Knights of the Ku Klux Klan during our initial interview, traveled here to Richmond's Chimborazo Park to, in his words, set the record straight.
We did not, have not, will not endorse Donald Trump, period.
But at the end of the day, you stand by the statements that you made.
He would be the best man for the job, yes.
You still feel that way?
We still feel that way.
That's why Richmond's own Senator Tim Kaine, now the Democratic vice presidential nominee, is out on the campaign trail, tying the Republican presidential candidate to one of the nation's most infamous hate groups.
Because Donald Trump is pushing their values. Ku Klux Klan values, David Duke values, Donald Trump values are not American values.
We are not a hate group. We believe in the better good of America. That's it.
But what about the KKK's violent history? Southern cities like Birmingham, Alabama were actually known as Bombingham after the 4 little girls were killed in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing.
That was a part of the past, and I'm sorry that innocent people got hurt.
The Grand Dragon claims their position is simple.
Stay to your own race, that's it, period.
The Clinton campaign is betting the majority of Americans have a different opinion.
And we've got to do all we can to fight, to push back and win, to say that we're still about heading toward that North Star that we set out so long ago.
Tonight, a mother and 2 sisters issued personal pleas to find a cold-blooded killer who's still on the loose. It's been a month since someone shot and killed a respected football coach outside a Richmond nightclub. Now his family hopes someone watching tonight recognizes a new sketch and photo as the investigation intensifies. NBC 12's Mike Valerio first brought us the new photo and suspect sketch earlier today. Now, Mike, tell us where we stand right now in terms of the investigation.
Well, Diane, essentially we have a mother and 2 sisters who are reeling from this case, and they say, look, we have a gunman and we have a suspect who are still on the run, and we have mostly people in this area of town where this crime scene happened. Somebody has to know where exactly they should have been at 2 a.m., and they're hoping that that person makes a connection and can help solve this case.
In one of the most difficult days they've faced, a family returns to where someone ambushed and attacked Mike Minor.
And I feel like if you needed anything, my brother would have gave it to you. You didn't have to kill him.
He was closing up shop here at the Black Tie Club, 2 a.m., Saturday, July 30th. Out of nowhere, somebody shouts Mike's name, tries to rob him, and opens fire. A fatal shot that took away a coach and a mentor to dozens of kids. Virginia is Mike's mom and tells us about her grandson, still unable to recover.
He was on the field trying to play football, and he missed the ball because Mike would always tell him, you got to play your best, you got to do your best, and he broke down and started crying.
They're putting renewed faith in a police sketch of the suspect, but then there's a photo leaving little to the imagination. The getaway car, identified as a white Chrysler 300 sedan, speeding away from the crime scene, leaving Mike here to be found by first responders.
I never, ever was disappointed in him, and I just miss him dearly.
Police say the suspect is a black male in his mid-30s, around 6 foot tall, with a stocky build, round face, and short hairstyle.
I just hope if someone has a father, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, that they think about that when they call to share information. You know, your information is anonymous, but it really does help us.
And there is optimism that with assurances tips to police can stay anonymous, somebody will see the family's pain and bring the three back to this spot for a different kind of announcement.
Within the next 30 days, we will be here saying that we have caught the person who took Mike's life.
Okay, so if you're watching this here tonight and you think you may know, okay, something doesn't seem right here, I think I may know who's responsible. The link for Crime Stoppers is on the web version of our story on NBC12.com. I extremely encourage you to visit it. Try to help out if you can. But for now, that's the latest from here outside RPD. Guys, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, thanks, Mike. We have an update tonight on a deadly home invasion in King and Queen County. Deputies now tell us the person they identified as a person of interest is no longer a suspect. Investigators did identify Alfonso Johnson as a suspect, but they tell us he was questioned and continues to cooperate with investigators. But investigators say there were more people they want to talk to see if they know anything about the murder of 24-year-old James Scooter Bird. Bird's body was found in his home in the 6200 block of Newtown Road, August 16th.
New information tonight on the lawsuit over the controversial arrest of a former University of Virginia student. Today, a federal judge denied part of a request to throw out Martise Johnson's $3 million civil lawsuit, saying his claim of excessive force will move forward. Johnson is suing the State Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, the ABC director, and 3 ABC agents involved in the March 2015 arrest. A jury trial for this case is scheduled for July 2017. The man convicted of torturing a Northern Virginia lawyer and his wife will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Andrew Small was sentenced to 2 life terms plus 98 years in jail after he was convicted of breaking into the home of lawyer Leo Fisher and his wife Sue Duncan and holding them captive for 3 hours as he shot, stabbed, and tased them. Prosecutors say the attack was motivated by revenge after Fisher fired Small's wife Alicia from his law firm weeks earlier. But Small's attorney says he was so overly medicated that he did not know what he was doing. Alicia Small will be tried next month for her alleged role in the attack.
Now to Chesterfield, police make 2 arrests in connection to vandalism at the Chesterfield Health Department. 2 boys, ages 14 and 15, were charged with breaking and entering and felony vandalism for the destructive path they left August 1st. Police say the pair drove a bulldozer and hit and damaged buildings, broke several windows at the health department. The teenagers were released to their parents.
Now to a story that could impact many of you. Big money concerns just announced today.